What up, kings and queens? It's your girl Maya. We're back with another video. Y'all are probably like, girl, first off, what? Baby where? No, it's not. My baby is with my mom out there. They sleep on the couch, actually, both of them. And I'm like, I gotta do a video while I'm looking good. I'm looking like this because me and the baby took our Christmas photos today, so I had to look cute because he ain't smiling. He don't even be opening his eyes. So anyway, this video is all about postpartum. Yes. So sit back, relax, and let's watch it. Okay, so as we all know at this point, like by the time I edit this video and put it out, you should have already seen my other video about my pregnancy. Well, like about giving labor, about having labor, about when I had the baby. Okay, going through labor, right? And you would know that I did not have a vaginal birth. I ended up having an emergency C-section. That was not the plan. The plan was to go all natural, push that baby out, but it was an emergency. So I had an emergency C-section. And so I've been going through the postpartum things of that. So I'm just going to tell you about what I've experienced. And yeah. So the different things, right? So everybody talks about all this stuff and you read about all this stuff. Like I knew all these things about postpartum, but after having a vaginal birth, I didn't really know much about C-section stuff because I wasn't planning on having a C-section. Let me tell you, it's interesting the difference of the things that I heard and like what I've experienced. So after having a C-section, I mean, it's major surgery, basically, right? So there's a lot of stipulations on what you can and cannot do, which as a single mother, if I didn't have my family, like if I didn't live with my mom, my brother, if I didn't have like my aunts and uncles living real close, I don't know what, y'all out here who are single mothers who live in like random places with no family around, I applaud you if you have a C-section because I don't know what I would have done. Because, so why am I saying that, right? After you have a C-section, you can't drive. Like I was told I couldn't drive for, well, 2 weeks because I had my 2-week checkup already and she told me I could drive now. So I was told I couldn't drive until I had an appointment where she told me I could drive. I can't walk down the steps. I have steps in my house, go to my basement. I couldn't do like laundry. You can't like lift a lot of stuff. So you couldn't really lift laundry. You can't lift anything heavier, I think, than a gallon of milk. So you can pick up your baby. That's about it. Unless you got a big old baby, then it's like, maybe you can't pick him. I don't know. My baby was tiny, but I guess if your baby was born like 20 pounds, I don't know what you're doing, sis. But yeah, no, like after having C-section, you can't pick up stuff, you can't drive, there's like all these things that you can't do. And then you're in pain because you had surgery. My pain tolerance is pretty high, so I wasn't really in that much pain. I actually never got my pain meds, like the prescription that my doctor gave me. I never got it filled. So I haven't taken any meds since I left the hospital and I've been fine. Really, the only thing that's been like that really hurt was when I first got home, like that first week, and when you cough, oh my God, when you cough, when you sneeze, when you laugh, like a deep belly laugh, all those things would be so painful. And the coughing, it would just be like, I ain't coughed in I don't know when, but it's just a random coughing fit would just happen. It's like, it's just because I had this. Because if I didn't have this scar and I didn't have this pain, I know I would not be coughing right now. But so yeah, all that, like that really hurts for a little bit. At this point, I'm 2 weeks. My baby was born 17 days ago. So I'm pretty much like about 2, almost 3 weeks. Not even almost 3 weeks. We'll say 2 weeks. Postpartum, and yeah, nothing really hurts anymore. My scar is pretty great, actually. She did a really good job, my OBGYN, and she was like, when it heals, it probably won't even be there. And I believe that because it's honestly really unnoticeable right now. So for that, if you got a botched one, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so like the differences, other differences, right? Besides like the recovery time. Because I mean, I don't really know the recovery time for if you have it vaginally. But I know vaginally you deal with the like bleeding and heavy and wearing diapers and stuff. I didn't do any of that. My friends were all like playing around. Well, my friends Anita was all like, oh, I'm gonna buy you Depends, blah, blah, blah. And I was ready to be wearing some Depends when I got to the hospital. And I didn't have to do that. Probably because I had a C-section. So there was no tearing. There was none of that like down there. Down there is all regular. Like it will, like, okay. Because I didn't have to push anything out of there. So it's all the same, okay? And I bled, but I really only bled, if that's TMI, I don't care. When I breastfed. So I guess that was like cleaning it out. I don't really know. But I mean, so there's bleeding going on in there, but it's like literally like it's lighter than my regular periods. And it's very rare. It'll be like one day I wear a pad and there might be some stuff in it. Another day I wear a pad and there's nothing. So like it's very it's not like, oh my god, every day I need to put on a diaper, I'm leaking. Like that's not that. So yeah, so with C-sections, I guess, I mean, maybe some people have had C-sections and experienced that. I did not. Wasn't really a lot of bleeding or anything down there or anything. So really it was just, I had a scar. I can't do a bunch of stuff. No real bleeding. I didn't really need the peri bottle. I got one, but I didn't really need it because there's nothing going on down there. I will say though, that first poop is the worst thing, okay? Because obviously you had a surgery, so I had a catheter in, and well, not even just that, you're numbed, so you have to have an epidural, so you're numbed. So they like really monitor the gas and the pooping and stuff. So peeing wise, they wouldn't let me leave the hospital anyway until I peed a certain amount, and it was an extreme amount, and I was not reaching it at first. Like they thought they were gonna have to put the catheter back in because I just was like not peeing. And actually, after having the C-section, I have not peed the same since. So like I pee, but like before, first off, I already had a bad bladder where like I won't know that I have to pee or whatever. So, but now it's 10 times worse. I literally will sit in my bed and like, I think I have to pee, but I don't actually know. And then eventually I'll get up and go. And like, I literally will almost pee myself because I had to go that whole time. But for whatever reason, after the C-section, like receptors, I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. Receptors in my body don't tell my brain like, girl, you have to pee. So yeah, that's happening to me daily. So I kind of just go to the bathroom frequently because I don't know if I have to pee or not. Like I'll just go in the bathroom and then I'll normally pee, but like I didn't know that I had to pee. So I don't know if that's like gonna fix itself or what, but your girl just, my mind telling me I have to pee is non-existent anymore. I just go. I don't know. But the first poop, actually all the poops. I mean, the poops now are not as bad, but the first couple poops were the worst. The first poop, I thought I was having a baby. Mind you, my baby was pulled out of me, not through my vagina. So I don't even know what that feels like to actually like push it out. But that poop was the worst poop. I literally was on the toilet for so long. I was crying. Like, that joint hurt. That joint hurt. I thought I was gonna die. And after that poop, the next poop was like, it wasn't as bad, but it was like on that level. Anyway, point being, the poops are the worst after a C-section. You're like, please God. Still taking prenatal vitamins. I mean, a lot of people asking, if I'm okay. Like a lot of my family is always like, oh, how are you doing? Are you all right? But to be honest, they're like that, but it's only the people who like have had kids before. Like it's the one in my family who've had kids are like, oh my god, how are you? Like they care about my feelings. But be ready if you're a person who's pregnant or whatever and you found this video, I don't know, or if you're just watching this for whatever reason. I don't know. Be ready after you have your baby, whether you have it vaginally or you have a C-section, for people to like not care about you and only want to talk about your baby and what they're doing. And you know, you might have some friends that are like, hey, how are you though? But I mean, because I do, I have friends that are like, oh my god, but how are you? And I have family that are like, oh my god, but how are you? But then most people aren't. Most people are like, but the baby, and how's the baby, and is he sleeping, and is he doing this, and and does he do this, and like everything's about him, and that's great. I'm glad that you love my kid and you don't even know him, but it's kind of like, I went through major surgery. I could have died. Can you care about me? Like, not in a selfish way, but like, can you just ask me, like, how are you? Does your stomach hurt? Have you been eating? Because let me tell you, I barely have time to do that. Yeah, so I would just say, I mean, I was pretty prepared for people to like not care or not like talk to me really after I was pretty prepared for that, because from like TikTok and watching other people's videos on YouTube about postpartum and stuff, I was pretty prepared for people to not care about me and it just be about him. But I think hearing it and actually like living it is different. Especially when a lot of people are asking, like doctors and stuff are asking about postpartum depression and if you're feeling okay mentally. It's like, you really have to, I totally 100% get where someone would be like, have postpartum depression, just because like everybody cares about your baby and nobody really cares about you. And then you're like trying to find out who you are now. Like, I know who I was before I was a mom, but then I just had this, I mean, I just had a baby, you know, like, you have a due date, but like that, like, he didn't come on his due date. That doesn't mean that they're gonna come on that day. So you like, when your baby's born, you are also born like a new person, kind of, because now you have to learn who you are as a mother and who you were before. Like, how do you combine these two roles? I know who I was before I had a baby, but now I have a baby. I can be both, but who am I as a mom? And I'm more than just a mom also. Whereas like a lot of people try to be like, oh, you're a mom now, so like they put you in this one bubble, but it's like, I'm still me. Like, I still like to turn up, I still like to put fake lashes on, and I still like to twerk on top of tables and get lit. So where does this fit into now? But like, I also love cuddling with my baby, and I love taking naps now. I hate naps, but I love taking naps, and I love quiet, and I love going to bed at 8 o'clock. Like, so like, finding who you are now, if that makes sense, and like, but not losing who you feel like you are at your core, you know, because it's cool to let things go. Like, if I was like, no, I'm not gonna drink anymore because I have a kid, that's whatever, that's great, but not losing yourself in motherhood, I guess, is where I'm trying to go with that. I could see where someone would do that. So it's a constant thing to constantly find time for me and do things that I like to do. Example, me beating my face today to do this photo shoot. I didn't have to do that. Me making a video right now because I felt like I haven't made a video in so long, and I want to get back to the things that I enjoy doing, you know? Because everything is baby, 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 baby for you. Like, because now you have this motherly instinct. Like, literally, I wake up and I'm worried about him. I will like not turn on TV or not look at something on my phone, like TikTok, because I'm scared that he's gonna wake up and I don't want him to wake up when he's asleep, or yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Be prepared for people to start telling you their opinions on what you should do with your kid. Like, baby, you have your own kids, whoever you are. Maybe they don't, because that annoys me. People who don't have kids who are trying to give me advice. You don't even have a child. Whose mother are you? Whose father are you? Why are you, what? Okay, I'm all for advice, but when I ask for it, and I will say a lot of people have been giving me a lot of advice that is unwarranted, unasked for, okay? And not really helpful because you don't know what you're talking about. Like, everybody's different, you know? If you co-sleep, you co-sleep. If you let your kids sleep in your bed with you, let your kids sleep in your bed with you. If you put them in a crib, if you put them in a pack and play, that's your prerogative. But you don't need everybody telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. It's your kid, you do what you want to do. And that's how I feel. I've had, like, my mom tell me stuff, and, like, I get it. It's coming from a place of love when it's some people who are, like, your family and stuff. But, like I said, sometimes it's I mean, most of the time, it's unsolicited. I didn't ask for your advice. If I ask you, like, hey, what do you do when your kid does this? Because I know you have a kid. Cool, give me advice. But if I'm playing with my baby, or I don't know, he's crying and you don't like that and you're trying to tell me what I need to do, maybe you need to shut the, because this is my baby. I mean, like, you know your kid more than anybody else. Even if they just got here 5 seconds ago. You still, as a mother, if you're a mother or if you're someone who's pregnant watching this and you're like nervous or whatever, you are going to know your kid more than anybody else. Even if they just fell out of your vagina, okay? You know them. Even, like, you know them. Because it's you. Like, he or she is literally you. Like, a piece of you. I don't know how to explain it, but whatever. All right, last thing I'm going to talk about, because I feel like I was kind of rambling, is weight loss, weight gain, all that stuff. So in terms of total, from being pregnant, I gained 50 pounds. Y'all who know I've been doing my workout stuff, so that was a low blow. I hated that. But I gained 50 pounds as a whole. But then my last month of being pregnant, I was really sick. Not like corona or something, but like throwing up. Yeah, I couldn't keep anything down. I would throw up all the time. Like every day I would throw up at least like 5 times a day. So from that I lost like 10, yeah, I'll say 10. I lost like 10 pounds from just throwing up all the time. And then when I had him, yeah, literally I had him that first week. Cool, we were home or whatever. I went to the doctor's and I'm literally almost at my pre-pregnancy weight. So I don't know if that's like a C-section thing or if that's a vaginal thing. I don't really know. Or if that's just a me thing because I'm young, or I don't know. Or like everybody's body is different though. So like don't be like, oh my God, I fucking hate you or whatever. I honestly didn't gain weight really because in the first trimester of my pregnancy, I was losing weight. Okay, let's be real. And the second one I started gaining weight and then I thought like a whale. And then the last trimester, like I said, I threw up everything, so I was losing weight. So like everybody's body is different, but still, even though I'm almost back in my pre-pregnancy weight without like working out or anything yet, my body is still different, and it is something you have to get used to, right? So like at this weight, before you could like kind of see like my top abs, just a little bit. Little tiny bit. Not in like a, ooh, I have abs, but in like a, oh, there might be something under that flab. Like just like little lines of fat, but like it's cute. I don't know how to explain it. But now I can't see them. And I'm like, what? Just like different, like you kind of have to fall in love with your body again. Like I said, you have to find yourself again in terms of person, like who you are. You have to remember who you are with this new motherhood thing, but you also have to remember how much your body has done for you. Like I said, being pregnant is like a big deal. Having a baby, people literally die. Women die from having babies. It's like not a small feat. It's a big deal, and your body did that and you survived. You survived and your baby survived. That's a big deal. You should give yourself and give your body some grace. And, you know, I'm sure everyone does, often will look at myself in the mirror and like when I put certain clothes on and like, yeah, when I put clothes on, it looks like, damn girl, you look like you did before or a little better. But when I'm just staring at myself in the mirror without the clothes, I'll be like, girl, what? Them clothes be hiding a lot of stuff. And y'all know that, you be hiking your pants up. But anyway, clothes be hiding a lot of stuff. And I'm just saying, like, you have to show yourself grace and realize I literally birthed a whole human out of my body. And now I'm trying to find some sense of normalcy and loving your body through this. You have more stretch marks now, probably. I know I do. You have like different idiosyncrasies within your body. Like I have weird stuff going on in my stomach, and I be looking at it like, what is this? Even like, you know what I mean? So like weight isn't the only thing. It's just like you have to get used to the way you look now and embrace it and love it and realize I birthed a whole human. I'm a bad bitch. Just say that to yourself, okay? Yeah, I rambled here, but that is all I have to say. If you see some more videos and I'm wearing the same shirt and I look like this, mind your business, because I'm trying to make a bunch of videos right now while I look good and while my babies sleep, so I can edit them and knock them out for you all. Thank you so much for watching, and leave some comments down below, like if you had a C-section before, if you're pregnant right now, how far along you are. I don't know, leave some comments. I love comments. I like reading stuff. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, hit your girl up, okay? Bye, kings and queens. Mostly queens, because I don't really know why he was watching this king, but hey. Bye.